Hello again, my name is Lwando Tame. Flip the Coin Conversations is the name of the podcast. We do it again with you on our Flip the Coin Conversation podcast. Today we are talking about sacrifice. I'm hoping you're good wherever you are. Remember, Flip the Coin Conversations is meant for us to have an engagement about the topics that are relevant to our day-to-day lives. We don't claim monopoly of wisdom. We are not saying we're the wisest or smartest people in the world, but we are people who have something to say. Hopefully, you have something to say too. Engage us, subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, or dislike if you want to. This is not about us gaining your favor or popularity. We are doing this because we need a dialogue. We really feel that we need a dialogue so that things can change. Flip the coin means that we want to shift paradigms. So today we are talking sacrifice. Sacrifice is something that we have written on our induction document. We have an induction document that is aimed at inducting people or integrating people into the flip the coin concept. So we use this document for personal development, to people who come to our offices seeking ideas for growth, seeking ways to help them, scale their businesses or navigate their general lives. So I wrote something here that I took from Nightingale. If you are a reader, you will know him. He was a guy that was mentoring Bob Proctor. If you know Bob Proctor, was mentored by Nightingale. Nightingale says about sacrifice, he says it is a mental attitude of letting go of anything of lower nature to achieve or receive everything of higher nature. You let go of everything of lower nature to achieve everything of higher nature, which means you prioritize between things of lower nature and things of higher nature, which to me is an obvious thing, but it's not so obvious to many of us. It should be an obvious thing to choose things of higher nature, but it's not always the case, which is why we need consciousness. We need consciousness to differentiate between the two. What are those things of lower nature and what are those things of higher nature, so that we can make the good decision or the good choice. Most of us, we take sacrifices letting go of things we love and enjoy. I think that's a popular understanding or misconception when it comes to sacrifice. People think you are letting go of things that you love when you sacrifice, which is not the case. It's really not the case. You don't sacrifice when you let go of things you love. You don't have to endure something you don't like when you sacrifice or completely hate in the name of saving the world. That's not what sacrifice means, as we get to understand it. Sacrifice really means letting go of things of lower nature. But we'll make examples of what are those things of lower nature. And flip the coin, we say sacrifice fun, for instance, for happiness. Sacrifice fun for happiness. People are destroyed out there having fun. People lose their lives having fun. People lose their future having fun, because fun is immediate. Something that you want to have now, you want to do now. Happiness, on the contrary, is you working towards it. It's something that takes an effort. It takes an effort to be happy. You cannot be happy without an effort. There are things that you need to avoid to be happy. You need to avoid being in a negative environment with negative people. So it's hard to avoid people. So it's not a shortcut to be happy. To be happy, you need to do something really, really hard, like avoiding stressful situations, avoiding stressful conversations, avoiding anything that is negative that will create a feeling of displeasure. If you want to be happy, you really need to avoid even the ideas that the world is hell. The world is is a place of sadness. The world is a place of poverty. The world is a place of lack. All of those ideas will bring a state of mind of unhappiness. So to be happy, you really need consciousness. You need to be aware of what are those things that will threaten your happiness. But to have fun, you do something like drinking. People drink for fun. People smoke drugs for fun. People will go into sexual activities for fun. There are immediate things that you can do just to have fun. You can go out but you can do all of those things if the happiness is not within. If you don't have happiness within you, you'll come back from having fun and you'll still be faced with your reality of an unhappy life. So if you have an unhappy life and you are dependent on fun for your life to have some meaning, then it's really not a life that you want to live, which is why we say sacrifice fun for happiness. Sacrifice company of friendship, sacrifice company for friendships. You sacrifice company for friendships. You cannot have people around because you need company. If you don't have real friends, have no company at all. You have to sacrifice the need for company. You have to work on your need for company so that you can create a space, you can leave a space open for true friendships. Which means the company that you want to have on the immediate is threatening your possibility of having good friends, real friends, people who will come in and add value in your life. So if those people are coming and you have a company of bad people, the people who are supposed to be your friends will leave. Because they really don't want your bums that you are sitting with. They don't need those bums in their lives. They thought you were this person, but when they saw the people that you hang out with, they said, okay, we're wrong about this guy. Let's go elsewhere. We cannot be associated with the people that this guy associates with. You will have your company, but you will have no friends, no real friends. That's another word that has been unpopularized, the word friend. Friend is not a word, it's a word that's given to just about anyone. When you know people, you cannot just call them friends. They have to earn the word. They have to earn your friendship. They have to be friends because they earned it. They mean something to you. You mean something to them. These are the people who must have your back. These are the people who must wish the best for you, who must have your best interest at heart. These are the people who want to grow with you, who want to see the world with you, who want to support your vision, to support your dreams. Those people will qualify as your friend. So to have people like that, you have to be about something. Because to have real friends, you have to align with those people. Those people will be friends with you only when you are aligned by your vision. Your vision has got everything to do with what type of people you have around you. So when you sacrifice company is just people from the same class, or people from the same area, people from the same church, or people you are really not aligned with, but you know them by names, you know them by surnames, you know where they stay. These people are going to the same church or same school or whatever. Those people are company, are just the company you keep, cannot be called friends until you align with them. You align with them on the spiritual realm. How? by knowing what they are about, what they stand for, what are their values, what are their principles, do they understand their purpose? Is their purpose aligned with yours? Do you have something to look forward to with these people? Are you having the same outlook for the future with these people? So those are the people that you need around you. So you sacrifice company so that those people that you are really aligned with can become your true friends. So that's another thing that we have to sacrifice. One of the things that we use as an example of what is needed to be sacrificed. You can sacrifice lust for love. Sacrifice lust for love. People are in relationships only for lust, no love. In a relationship, this is a relationship with benefits, but there's no real integrity in this relationship. There's no substance in this relationship, nothing that will hold this relationship for long. There's no longevity because it's based on nothing. Because basically, the emotion of sex it's a temporary thing. It's not something you can base your whole existence on. It's a temporary thing, but what is permanent? What's permanent is love. If it's based on love, it won't be based on looks. It will be based on something more than just looks, which means it will stand the test of time because it's not based on anything on the outside. It's based on everything on the inside. It's based on substance. It's based on the real person. You love the real person, not the outer person. Remember, there is a higher person and the lower person. The lower person is the outside. You love the outside, you don't love the real person. The real person is inside. You must understand what this person is about, what is this person here for, what value does this person have. So that when you value this person companionship, you value it based on the higher self, not the lower self. So these are the things to understand, which means you need consciousness to understand what is it that you need to sacrifice. Sacrifice things of lower nature so that you can have things of higher nature. You sacrifice rich for wealth. Rich is based on things. Again, this is an outside versus the inside.
I like this one.
This is the outside versus the inside. The inside is wealth. The wealth that you are born with. You are born with wealth. You don't go to school for wealth. You don't go to church for wealth. You don't go anywhere for wealth. You are born with wealth. You realize wealth. You realize that you are a wealthy person. You realize that you came to this world with gifts. So it's a realization versus a suggestion. Outside suggests that you can be rich based on this and that. Go to business school, could be an entrepreneur, all of these things. But when you realize that you came here with something to offer to the world, and you offer that with a positive mindset, offer that to the world. We've got about 8-point-something billion people. If you can serve all of those people, you can be a billionaire without any of the gimmicks that are suggested in your immediate environment or your society. So you sacrifice rich for wealth. What is rich? You need to understand what rich is, what wealth is. Rich is outside, wealth is inside. Wealth involves you contributing to others, serving others, serving yourself first. Yes, you serve yourself first, you lead yourself first, you make sure that you clear all the obstacles in your thinking. clear your thinking. Make sure you have a clarity of mind. You know exactly what your purpose is. You connect with your inner self. Operate from the center. Make sure that everything you are doing is aligned with your purpose. You are doing God's work, the God that lives inside of you, not the one in the sky. So when you understand all of those things, you will start building wealth, because really wealth is not something that is created, because everything is being created for us. We are just builders. We are just manifestors. We manifest things that are already in existence. Wealth is in existence. So what we are doing at Flip the Coin with all of our projects, it's us manifesting wealth. We understand that wealth is around us. It's not something we need to chase. It's not something that we need to fight for. There's no opposition. It's just something that we need to manifest. There's enough for everyone. That is why we love collaborations. So you have to have wealth mindset before you can manifest wealth. But the rich is about things, about accumulation of things. It's very limited, and it dies when you die. That's rich. But wealth goes for generations. Wealth goes for generations. That is why it's of higher nature. It's of higher nature because it can go for 2-3 generations after you, long after you are gone, even beyond that. So you can also sacrifice taste for health. That's another sacrifice. It tastes good, but it's not healthy. It's a difficult sacrifice. It's a sacrifice because it's difficult. Sacrifice doesn't mean easy. Because if it's easy, then it's not a sacrifice. It's something that is needed, that needs to be done. It's something that really needs to be done by you. You need to sacrifice. Otherwise, what you stand to lose is greater than losing this immediate pleasure. So you lose the immediate pleasure so that you gain what's greater. What is greater is health. Health is greater than your taste. Your taste buds will be craving for it, but your health will benefit from you not having it. So that's really sacrifice. When you've managed to do that, if you like sugar, and you know the dangers of having sugar in your coffee, losing sugar and gaining your health, you will have to decide which one is of higher nature, which one is of lower nature. Sugar is of lower nature. It's obvious. Sugar is of lower nature. Health is of higher nature. So you really lose, you really sacrifice when you lose taste for health. And the last one on my list will be being right, sacrificing being right for peace. Sacrificing being right for harmony. You can sacrifice being right. Just let it go. Let it go completely, so that you can gain your peace. You know you are right, but just leave being right for now, so that you can have peace. And it happens a lot in personal relationships. People will lose peace because they want to be right. Lose peace, be in a toxic relationship and end up killing each other, maybe end up injuring each other, end up hurting each other, and end up hurting children, end up displacing children, end up getting unnecessary divorces because you wanted to be right. You wanted to be right. You had an opportunity to sacrifice being right for peace. Just to have a peaceful household, to have a peaceful marriage, to have a peaceful life in general. Just sacrifice being right. Just let other people be right. Sometimes you won't do it always, but there are times that you just need to let go of your ego. Let go of your ego. Sacrifice your ego so that you can gain favor of the people you love. You gain favor of the people you love. So you will have to choose which one is more important. That's sacrifice. It doesn't feel good to let people who you know are not right be right for a change, and be wrong even though you know you are right. Why? Because you need peace, you need harmony, you love these people, you need them around, and you need them happy, and you need them to miss you when you are not there. So what are you willing to sacrifice to have that? Sacrifice being right. Sometimes just be wrong. Okay, you are right, I'm wrong, that's it. Let's move on. Later they realize they were wrong, maybe they'll come back and you'll get your gratification that, yeah, I was right, but you'll get it later. But now you got two for the price of one. So really, sacrifice is not a bad word. It's not a bad. Every time people say sacrifice, you always get this tense reaction to sacrifice. Sacrifice is really needed. Sometimes, if you are a business person, you will sacrifice time with friends. You will sacrifice sleep. You will sacrifice. It's a given thing. It's not a maybe. It's something that will happen. If you are growing a business, you will sacrifice sleep. You will sacrifice time with friends. You will sacrifice fun until your business becomes your fun, which is something that is happening to me and Lobster.
Yep.
You know, Lobster has got that lifestyle. He doesn't sleep. I don't sleep. So that's why we talk at 3. Sometimes we talk at 3 because I know he's awake, so I can text him. Because I know the guy has sacrificed his sleep for his success, because he wants to gain something greater than sleep. He knows he can sleep. He will have enough time to sleep in the future. But for now, he's building. I'm building. So we understand that sacrifice is not a bad thing. It's really a needed thing. So if you want to flip the coin, it's not always going to be nice. It's not always going to be easy. When you flip the coin, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a challenge. Are you ready? That's the question. To flip the coin. If you are, sacrifices are going to be needed, and you will make sacrifices sometimes on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Your life will be characterized by sacrifices. So flipping the coin is really a sacrifice. We are a sacrifice. You can be too, by choice. It's not a bad thing. By choice, sacrifice. Just sacrifice so that you can get things of higher nature. Flip the coin. It starts with you. See you next time. Cheers. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button so that we can let you know when we are dropping another one. Flip the coin. It starts with you.